So what's going on, guys? We just took a shot of a Macallan.
Do you want
now,
this?
No, I'm good. Thank you.
Oh.
But right now I'm sitting with my friend Jaimie, one of my former business partners that I've worked with in the past, and now she owns her own business, and she's actually, killing it right now. So much improvement that I've seen her over the years, and But before we get into that, I want to also appreciate you supporting my business. I mean, I know you didn't have to. I don't know if you have any news for boys' underwear, but I know you want to be a part of the show. So, I wanted to, thank you for that, and steal the floor and talk about, a little bit about you, a little bit about your background.
A little bit about me. I am a permanent makeup artist, and I've been doing that since 2016. Basically, I do microblading, ombre brows, lip blush, and freckles, beauty marks, whatever people want, basically. And aside from that, I do a lot of stuff.
You do the whole damn thing.
I do yoga teacher trainings. I'm going to bring yoga and meditation to schools to replace detention.
Wow.
They're doing that in Baltimore. I think that's amazing. So yeah, I want to do that and just empower kids and people.
So how did you get started with your little brow business, right? You have a Brow Me Instagram?
So honestly, if you guys know me, I never had eyebrows, thank you. And so it was honestly like my biggest insecurity, just being super authentic with you guys. And so I went and got my eyebrows microbladed.
Right.
And I was talking to my tech, and she was like, "Jaimie, you should do this." And I was like, "Okay."
like fuck it, I'm gonna go for it. Right?
I was just like, I'm gonna go for it. And within like 3 or 4 months, I was able to quit my job. This sounds like some network marketing shit because I was able to quit my job, my full-time job.
You've been working. You used to work at Marriott every time, all the way to 12.
Yeah.
I still do your little business, but now you just took over with that.
Yeah. And then I just realized like I don't actually need this job that I don't like anymore. So.
I remember you telling me you just when you went for it, you just went to some salon shop, right? And you just opened up your own spot. Like, hey, let me get some. I'll rent this place out, this little spot. That's crazy because you didn't even think about it twice. Probably you just said, nah, I need to get out of this rat race. I need to get out of this 9-to-5 life. And you just said, I'm about to just make things happen for myself.
Yeah, I mean, doing network marketing, honestly, like, really opened me up to personal development and just kind of had my drive on 10 since then. So I've just been like, what can I do? What can I do? What can I do to have me be not better myself, but just be more of myself? We
learned a lot about personal development. And I know you put a big emphasis about manifesting what you want. If you could probably expand on that a little bit more.
I do a lot of like manifestation, so law of attraction, and basically on a spiritual level being like a vibrational match to what it is that you want in life. So if I want $1 million, how can I be a vibrational match to be capable of getting $1 million?
Wow.
Yeah, it's just like if you are clear on what you want and you put it out there and you act as though you already have it,
right, 100%,
the universe will give it to you.
100%. I feel like you gotta, whatever you feel like you visualize in yourself, you gotta dress the way you want to look like in 10 years from now. You gotta act the way you want to act like right now. You gotta change. You gotta actually, I feel like, manifest into your dream. Speaking of friends, though, I want to know what your opinion is between friends that are your supporters. They don't matter what. Maybe they don't even care about what your brand is. They just say, hey, my friend is doing something different. She's going forward in her life, and I'm gonna support her business. But then we also got these friends who just pointing out every flaw in your business, every negative comment they can give you, when they haven't supported your business. The reason they feel like there's some business owner, quote unquote, like there's some business guru owner. But what? How would you channel out those people, or what would you categorize those type of friends? Those experiences are inevitable. There's always going to be people who kind of have your back and people you don't, and the key is that it has absolutely nothing to do with you. Right. It's just something that happens. The only way that this person is negative is if I'm saying he or she is negative. Basically, you can't affect me unless I give you that capabiliity to. And I think what the world really needs more of is compassion, especially for those people. They're triggered by something that you're doing. Yeah, I feel like that too. Maybe they don't want you to see you level up. They just don't want to admit it. People are
always going to have opinions no matter what. Like right now we're having opinions. Right now everyone's watching this is having an opinion.
And somebody might relate to this too.
Yeah, somebody might like it and somebody might not, but at the end of the day it's like a choice that we all have.
100%.
So, you know, I encourage everybody to have whatever the fuck opinion they want to have because it's theirs.
Yeah. Well, let's move away from that right now, and I want to go back to, you know, so what do you want to do with your yoga biz? I mean, do you want to open one up, you said, in the school, right? High school?
Yeah, I want to like implement yoga.
Like courses or
no, just like to do it in the day.
Like extra activity?
An extra activity. Like even starting in the morning, maybe like when you start the day and then when you end the day. But as far as like on a business perspective, I want to open up a yoga and meditation garden, like an outdoor studio, because no one's really doing that. Don't be stealing my fucking ideas. So like an outdoor meditation garden where we could just like connect with nature. Like
right. I think that's how yoga should be like though. I've been to yoga before, but imagine being in the garden with all like just nature and stuff. Yeah, that'd be crazy.
Yeah, and like speaking on what you were saying, like I think everything that we do we're supposed to do and have done. Because there's always something amazing that comes out of it, even if it was like a mistake or like a minor failure.
Exactly.
You gain some knowledge, or you gain some connection.
Or you just apply it to your next venture.
Exactly.
So you know, if this doesn't work, I know I gained. Hey, this worked. Whatever didn't work, scrap it up, throw it away, and I'm gonna do something different. Whatever I have worked, apply here and look for some new knowledge. You gotta always be willing to learn. The more you stop learning, the more you stop growing, the more you stop earning.
Pretty good.
Ideas right now. I like that. I think we need to have more conversations like that where we could actually sit down and be with a friend and maybe help somebody who is probably wanting to open up their own business or who is hesitating of starting their own vlog or anything like that, and just have a conversation with somebody or relate to somebody. Maybe they can expand.
And speaking of like law of attraction, if you think there's a limited amount, you're going to have a limited amount. If you think it's unlimited and I can get however much money I fucking want, you can get however much money you want. I wrote myself a check for $1 million a couple weeks ago. I dated it. Jim Carrey did that.
Yeah, she did that. I remember seeing that interview.
Yeah.
It's crazy because me and you watch a lot of motivational speakers and a lot of people who are entrepreneurs or successful people in general, and they all had the same stories. They all had used the law of attraction. And some people don't really believe in law of attraction. Some people believe really strongly about a belief doesn't work. It's more about your work. But I feel like it's both.
It's both. If someone doesn't want to start a business because they're like, I don't want to lose all my money.
Yeah, that's a big one. That's a big problem.
It's huge. We have this huge significance around money, like there's a limited supply, but there's not. Like there's literally an abundant, ever-flowing supply of money in the world. You just have to tap into it. Go with the flow of who you are and what you're committed to in life.
Wow.
So like if whatever that looks like for everyone.
Once again, I want to thank you for purchasing the underwear for me. So, I mean, I know you probably don't have any use for it, but before we go, if you could name maybe your top 3 tips that would be helpful.
The biggest thing is know that fear is inevitable, and it's going to come up anytime something is important to you. Anytime something's important to you, you're going to feel fear, and you have to have peace with that.
What's some habits some people can create?
Meditate. When you wake up in the morning, and this doesn't have to be like a 5-minute long om kind of thing, but just breathe and get intentional with your day.
Right.
Like remind yourself of who you are. Look yourself in the eyes in the mirror, and even saying I love you in the mirror. That was hard for me to do the first time I ever did it. And I realized that it's because I would say I love me, but I never looked myself in the eyes in the mirror and said I love you.
Wow.
And honestly, the first time I did it, I started crying. It was so moving, but that made a big difference for me. And I think it's not something that people usually do, but it's a powerful thing to do. Or whatever it is that. Define your values, define who you are. And it's not a quick fix. You have to keep reminding yourself who you are. Keep reminding yourself you're that bitch,
Well, thanks anyways, Jaimie. I really appreciate you. You're doing some great things. I know you have more to come. We kept yourself distant, but you're still doing your little entrepreneur grind. I'm still doing my entrepreneur grind. I mean, the network marketing thing changed our mindset very influentially.
Yeah, it did.
Now we're, trying to make things happen.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you for having me on here. Thank you for my new panties.
You want we can wear boy shorts,
No, I don't know. Maybe I'll give them to my boyfriend or something.
Yeah.
We'll see. Maybe I'll wear them.
All right.
They'd probably be super comfortable that I wear them.
Oh, they're really soft, last though.
I know.
You give them a feel. Well, all right, you know, gotta get you guys going. All right.